What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, seems that it seems that the drama never ends. I don't know if this is really drama. It's not really drama, but it's funny. It's a little ironic. So, PS Plus, we know how hot garbage that service is, if you want to call it that. It's just a filthy, dirty clone of. It's a wannabe Game Pass, but not quite trying hard enough to be Game Pass. And so, what happened was, it seems that in the next month, the month of May, that the game of a Spiderman 12, no. Marvels Spiderman. I think that's the exact name of the game. Game. That game's being taken out of PlayStation Plus. So, okay. Now, recently there was a story about I forgot which game on Xbox was being taken out, and then they went back to correct or to clarify in that they needed to do some licensing things and it'll be back soon or whatever. I forgot what game it was, but it doesn't matter. That was on Game Pass. The first party game from Microsoft was being taken out in order to redo the contracts or whatever. And some games do come out. Some of the Forza games have come out because of licensing, because they have licensed music. So that's how that works, right? As far as I understand it, Spider-Man doesn't have any licensed music in it. Of course, they can go in and patch it out if they wanted to, but whatever. So why are they taking Spider-Man, one of their most best games, most successful? Whoa, it's so good. This is why you play on PlayStation, right? Why are you taking it out of the system, of the service that you want people to subscribe to? Why? Everything that Sony is doing this generation is surrounded around making the most money. So they say, okay, well, Spider-Man 2 is coming out soon. So if we take Spider-Man out, then people will be hungry for Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man 2 is coming out soon. So maybe they'll buy a discounted version of Spider-Man, the original. Because if you're already subbed to PS Plus, why would you need to buy it? But if you're subbed to PS Plus, you probably already have it. You probably already own it. But if you don't own it, this can push the people who don't own it to buy it because they're taking it out, or they're gonna put it in a pack-in with Spider-Man 2, the Spider-Man trilogy, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2, maybe? I don't know. I mean, look, it doesn't make any sense as far as there's no licensing except unless, and here's the thing where I get into it with Sony fans who don't understand how ownership and IPs work. Sony does not own Spider-Man. Let me say it again. Sony does not own Spider-Man. Possibly what happened was Sony signed a contract for this game, the IP, to have Spider-Man for a set amount of years, to be able to put it into this there, to be able to sell it, whatever the contract says, whatever the stipulations were. And there's a possibility that within there, the time limit is up on them having this in a streaming service, a la, or AKA PS Plus, right? So what Sony would have to do is renegotiate with Marvel because they don't own Spider-Man. Because if Sony owned Spider-Man, it would be in there forever, basically. Unless, of course, like I said before, they're trying to milk it some more. Or maybe they're gonna do a Super PS5 remake of Spider-Man. I don't know. Didn't they already do that? Or they just did an up-res or a remaster? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so this shines a little bit of light on the behind the scenes, the inner workings of, yeah, what's the deal? Why is Spider-Man leaving? I thought that was a first party game. I thought it's not a first party game. It's a first party studio it was a Sony studio that made an IP that they don't own. That's not a first party game. What is that? Second party? I don't even know. How do you classify that? You know? It might be second party. I think that's the closest thing. It's kind of like a work for hire, even though Marvel went to Microsoft first and Microsoft passed. And the reason why Microsoft passed, I said this before, but they don't own Spider-Man. That's why they passed on it. Even though you can make a good game and it can bring people to your platform, sure. But Spider-Man has been on Xbox for years. It's been on Xbox, and I think it was on Dreamcast too. Saturn, I'm not sure. And so there's no evidence that having Spider-Man on multi-platform will sell consoles. That's not. Now doing it exclusive, probably maybe a little bit, but and it's a cool game. I'm not gonna say it's the best game, but it's cool. It's a Sunset Overdrive, but with Spider-Man, and you can't grind. You just web and you fly around. I mean, how much of that can you play? And how different is this new game going to be with, you consider the turnaround from Miles Morales to this one, right? It's been maybe 3 years? 2008, maybe 3 years? Is that enough time to actually make a real sequel? Or did they have a smaller team on Miles Morales? Or, how is Insomniac pushing these games out so much? Are they gonna use the same map? I'm talking about Spider-Man 2. Let's get back to the actual topic, which is, why is Sony delisting these first-party games? And so, I think it's an IP thing. I think Marvel's like, the contract's is up, so it's gotta go. And maybe Marvel is looking at Xbox because they're about to be a juggernaut because they're about to pass this Activision Blizzard deal. And guess who made Spider-Man games before Insomniac, before Sony? Activision. So, maybe they'll go and, re-up with Activision since Microsoft's there now. Like, oh, wow, let's do this now. So they can be everywhere and make more money. The problem with Sony's exclusives is that as popular as the PlayStation is, still not big enough. Still not big enough to make the money that is required for these giant games. And so, companies like Disney, Activision to a certain extent, but all these big companies, MLB, they're not loyal to a console. They're loyal to the money. They want to see numbers be bigger. That's what they want. So they're not gonna be like, oh, we love PlayStation, so we're not gonna put it on Stinky X. But then no, that's not even in their vocabulary. They don't even care about that. They're like, where's all the money being made? Mobile, let's go. You notice there's mobile versions of all the popular games, right? Why is it? Because they make more money on mobile than anything else. You look at PlayStation, it's like, okay, that's nothing. Mobile's like, boosh. So, yeah. It's isn't it a little strange? It's a little strange that the PlayStation is delisting their games. What will they say? I mean, they didn't say anything. I heard this today. Was it today or yesterday? I don't remember. But it's like, they're quick to respond when there's like, oh no, that's not what the truth is. Here's our truth. Here's our truth. They try to put their truth out there when it's not. It's like semantics. Like, oh no. We're gonna make 2 million copies of the PlayStation VR copies. They'll make 2 million, then they reduce. That's so funny. They get caught in 8K lying. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around all over the place, but they get caught in 8K lying, and nobody's shouting them out. Nobody's saying nothing. None of the fanboys, none of the ponies are like, oh man, Sony sucks. No. They just don't want to believe it. They're giant winner. Their leader, the winning team is not cheating, but lying to your faces, smack. But anyway, doesn't matter. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about Sony's delisting of one of their most important games? I guess it's a franchise, but It's not their franchise technically; it's Marvel's franchise. But one of the exclusives, supposedly their exclusive. Technically it is, but once again, they don't own the IP. So, I mean, maybe it's come to Marvel's attention that, hey, we can make money on Xbox too, so why aren't we? And it's basically the contract that they signed, and maybe they're gonna make some new contracts with some newer games or something. I don't know. Insomniac knows how to make Xbox games. How do you think they made that open world in Spider-Man? They created the open world first on Xbox. Don't forget it. Don't forget where you came from, Insomniac. Anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. This is so crazy. I'm sorry. I'm still out of it. My bad. But I am working on the song. I have to finish the second verse. I think I got about 18 bars. Probably 12 bars. No, about 18 bars left. 18, not 8. 8 bars. Yeah, 8 bars. And I have part of the video element done, but I wanted to do, it's kind of like a lyric video, but it's a little bit more involved with that. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before the end of April because I'm leaving to go out of town next month. And I'm gonna be gone most of the month. So I might not be able to finish it before April, but if not, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm not trying to blah blah. The thing is, like, when I go away, I won't be able to work on the video, so it's gonna delay it a little bit. But the song will be done by then. I'm gonna say that. But I'm not putting out the song without the video. So please understand. I know I said April or give me April, but technically I am gonna finish the song in April. But I just can't put it out until I don't like putting out music without videos to go with it. So hope you understand, but I'm preemptively warning you that I don't think I'll be able to finish it because the idea I have in my brain, I'm like, okay, that's gonna take a little bit of time. So my graphics card ain't up to the snuff. I was trying to render a single image in cycles on Blender, which is full for ray tracing and stuff, right? Of course, I didn't look at how many bounces there were, so I might have, screwed myself on that. So I clicked the button. And it said, what did it say? I think it was like 30 minutes to render that one frame. I was like, no, I can't do this. So I put it back on Eevee and I adjusted some of the emissions and it worked out. But anyway, yeah, I need a new graphics card. I need a new computer actually, but I do have a different computer. It might work better. But anyway, tangent, sorry. Once again, I appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to you on the next one. To the way.